Hello. So today's title of discussion is Stop Thinking. Now I know this is an odd title because, it's something we do every day. It's something we're doing right now. We're thinking, what am I going to wear tomorrow? What am I going to eat when I get out of class? Stuff like that. So with thoughts like these, among others, it's impossible to just stop thinking. But it's not about stopping our thought process. It's about stopping negative thinking. So, one second.
Loves me.
So this is shaping up like an old coward play, Somebody should go out and make some martinis.
I don't blame you for being furious with me.
I'm too stunned to be furious.
Well, then I wish you would. I wish you'd get angry so that we could have it out, so that we could get it out in the open.
I don't get angry, okay? I have a tendency to internalize. I can't express anger. That's one of the problems I have. I grow a tumor instead.
Well,
So this clip was to show that negative thoughts can have an impact on our health. As college students, some of us become stressed out with our workload, and we're thinking, how can I handle all of this? How can I get everything done when it needs to? And we have all these thoughts running in our head, and it causes a lot of stress. And then on top of that, we start getting headaches, and we just start feeling overwhelmed. And though we may not see, the effects of stress right away, they tend to build up, and then they begin to manifest as adults. And then we get issues like hypertension and cardiovascular problems. We start developing bad habits to cope with the stress. So the idea is to just stop thinking negatively and focus more on the positive aspects of life. Now, of course, life happens, and we can't prevent the inevitable. But there's always a way to, just think of the positive aspects of it, or just not to dwell on, those minor frustrations of everyday life.
As a family, you create your reality, and your actions will change what the family experiences. Because of this, and because we are not in tune with ourselves, it may often seem that sometimes we don't have complete control over what it is we experience. Sometimes we're seemingly forced into scenarios that seem out of our control. This happens as a result of our disharmony, and also lack of connection to our own intuition. When we become more in tune with ourselves, we can feel out certain scenarios and decide if that's a path we want to take. Maybe I won't go down into the dark alley. Maybe it feels right to not take that job. Beyond that, once you have the experience that you feel is out of your control, now it's your turn to decide what you do next. You can allow the experience to get the best of you and drain your energy and move into a dense, unhappy place emotionally. Or you can decide to take it for what it is, an experience, and keep moving forward. Every dark cloud has a silver lining, and if you're looking for that silver lining, you'll have a much easier time finding it.
So our mind and body work as together, not as separate entities. So we must try to find a balance with both by expressing, our emotions in a healthy way, our thoughts in a healthy way. Don't just bottle them up because, you get to a certain point and they come out, not in the way you want them to, sometimes in violent ways. So we must try to find a balance between our thought process, and it will eventually affect our health and reduce some of those health risks. So we must be aware of our patterns of negative thinking in order to change our unhealthy patterns. Thank you.
Okay, so you know how she said, sometimes, instead of thinking negatively, think positively. How do you think you go about, changing your mindset?
You can go about changing your mindset by not dwelling on the negative. you know, you get a bad grade on the test, don't just be like, oh my gosh, it's a bad grade, I'm gonna fail the class. Instead, think like, okay, how can I fix it? What can I do to do better? How can I change it? You know, what resources do I have that can help me? And stuff like that. Yes.
I know some people do the thing with like the rubber band where they pull it every time they have like a super negative thought. Do you think that's helpful or do you have
So I've never heard of that, but I think it's a way to kind of help, you know, at least recognize the negative thoughts, the way you can change it. Yes.
You said that negative thoughts lead to like health problems. Is there any research that you've done that shows it happens or no?
Well, stress can lead to hypertension. Hypertension is the elevation of blood pressure. So that is a well-known factor. And then stress can lead to other factors, and they can also lead to, of course, developing unhealthy habits to deal with them, which then lead to other unhealthy